What it do, y'all? This your boy Sherry Speaks. Right now, I want to talk to you guys about Deadpool 2. And man, I fucking loved it. It was one of the best movies I've seen this year, man. It was really fucking hilarious. But I just want to touch on a few things I really liked about the movie. One, I absolutely loved the credit scenes. They're fucking hilarious. I love the little references, nuances that Deadpool put in the movie from the X house to riding in Professor X's chair. Um, Seen that little scene of the young first class, the X-Men first class nudge right there, and while he was in the chair. Because mind you, this movie showed Deadpool at his extremely, what I feel, and as he said, rock bottom, as he put it, at rock bottom. Because unfortunately, the love of his life, Vanessa, had unfortunately was fatally shot while they were celebrating their anniversary, and you constantly saw Wade go back to that realm of dying. Seeing his the love of his life, still wearing that pink shirt and that pink gown or whatever you want to call it. At first at first telling him your heart's not in the right place, and you saw him struggle with what she meant. And then it's not until he goes to the X house, because mind you, he blew himself up in that exact same place that his girlfriend died. And I love how Granny Pool. I mean, that's what I call her, because I don't really remember her name like that. But I love her words of wisdom. She said, "Really, pain is a history teacher." And I can't really remember exactly what else she said, but I do remember her just saying how much pain is a history teacher. And how it teaches you. You have to feel that feeling pretty much to get through it. You have to. It's part of life. And I love that Wade has someone to confide in like that too. She's that really down to earth person you really need to talk to. And I love how she had the gun crooked. I love those little nuances of you just joking about everything about today in this world. But anyway, I just love knowing the fact that we finally got to saw the vulnerability, how vulnerable Wade Wilson, aka Deadpool, can be. Because normally we're subjected to the obnoxious behavior, very the extreme amount of double entendres, and the puns and etc. But we really got to see Wade Wilson as a person and who he is truly. And that's why when you saw the last credit scenes, where he goes back in time, created by you know the Justin Bieber looking chick, just a little joke there, and her girlfriend, they can't help but says, like, you know what, I can't help but feel like we just made a mistake. That's because you guys did. You guys gave the Merc with the mouth a teleportation belt. So we saw him go back to X-Men First Class, and he actually shoots himself in the head. He shoots himself, Ryan Reynolds, in the head. We saw him in the script with the Green Lantern. He said, "Sorry, Canada." I thought that was really funny. Too, and then also we finally get to see the introduction of when he meets Russell, and that was actually pretty cool too. We saw Russell, just being pissed off because he didn't want to be in the ex's house anymore. He was being abused, and Wade tried to help him out, and when that happened, shit just hit the fan. He ended up going to prison with Russell, actually. And Russell constantly was just trying to find some people to confide, a person to confide in, someone he can trust and treat him right and just care for him. We saw Deadpool, because at the time he really wasn't Deadpool, he just wanted to die. He didn't, love of his life was gone. Vanessa was gone because of him. We constantly, we saw the action of him just taking names and whooping ass and killing motherfuckers. But he constantly just blamed himself for his girlfriend's death, and just like any other man would or any person would, if the shoe fit the person, if the shoe fit the situation. And so for that to happen, I really understand how he feels and everything like that. Because I don't know if I've expressed it that much, but I dealt with grief. Even Colossus says, one of the first few things. Actually, one of the guys in the bar, Bob, I think he said, in denial is like one of the first stages of grief. He's been in that, he's been in that assassin's pub for like 3 days, because of Vanessa. He was just drunk, he just didn't want to live anymore. And so he went to, just to touch on the vulnerability aspect of the film once more. And so when he finally gets to prison, mind you, they put on these dampening collars to take away the inmates' powers, and Deadpool instantly just drops and just starts to throw because remember, without his powers, he has all this cancer. And so he just wanted to die. He just told Russell, like, look, man, you can find someone better than me because I just want to die, man. I just rather just die, from cancer and just go about it, just see the love of my life again. I don't want to live, pretty much. And so Russell just wasn't taking that. He even smuggled a shank through his prison wallet, as I like to call it. And that was just disgusting. I loved how even though, it's a really sad time for Wade, he still kept a sense of humor. He got his ass kicked by a bunch of people. Russell got knocked out twice. See now, he kind of talk all tough and shit. In defense of Wade, of course. And then Cable, we learned a little bit more about Cable. Russell in the future kills Cable's family, which makes Cable go back in time to kill Russell. So then that way that wouldn't happen. But the dynamics of moral compass come into play between Deadpool and Cable because Cable wants to kill him because of the sake of his family, obviously, and possibly for the sake of the future. Whereas Deadpool, seeing this as a gift, an opportunity from his late girlfriend, telling him to realign his heart and to put his heart in the right place, sees that as a sign of a repentance or a redemption, if you will, and so he wants to save Russell. He thinks he can put him on the right path. So Cable's like, all right, fine. After kicking each other's ass all over the place, he's like, all right, I'll give you 30 seconds. So Russell's going ape shit along with the Juggernaut. And there's a big CGI battle between Colossus and, Juggernaut, which I thought was a pretty incredible ass scene. I finally got to see Colossus, fight and stuff like that. And I love how, how X-Force came together. We constantly saw a few of the previews of how the X-Force came together, a few of the members. Peter is one of them. He had no powers at all. It just, along with the cab driver. We even saw, Peter get recruited and he was just like, fuck, shit. And he just throwing a little tantrum, and it was just the funniest thing. And so, this movie was just dope like that, and seeing how each X-Force member just dies except for Domino and Deadpool, of course, it was just really so epic and hilarious. And I honestly was in stitches, man. I just could stop laughing. I had to stop looking at the screen because it was that damn hilarious. They literally had someone, literally, named Vanisher. You couldn't even see the guy, but he was there, and then he actually got electrocuted as they were trying to go in, I guess you could say infiltrate onto actually where the Supermax van was. Everyone was doing all right. Everyone was going off with the path of direction, doing all this other shit. Terry Crews went through a bus window. The guy who can spit out venomous throw up, he went straight into a wood chipper. They tried to save him. Peter got hit by a bus. Like I said, Vanisher got electrocuted. That one star guy, I believe I can't remember how he went. I think something happened to him when he fell down some steps or got shot or something. I can't really remember. I can't really recall. Again, like I said, I was in stitches from laughing so fucking hard I couldn't even look at the damn screen. In order to save my ribs from clenching together and stuff, I just couldn't look at the screen. But it was fucking hilarious. And then again, I loved just seeing how Wade kept going back and forth to Vanessa, seeking guidance from her. And I think that was really cool to see that. I'm hearing that Ryan Reynolds won't do a Deadpool 3, but I don't know. That's just from the sounds of it. This sounds like hearsay, and I won't know. I will refuse to believe until I hear from the horse's mouth. But we'll see. I mean, if there isn't a Deadpool 3, which I think it might just be turned into an X-Force movie, to be honest with you. That's what it sounds like to me. Given the end credit scenes and things like that. Because we saw, Wade go back in time, you know, until, because, you know, during their celebration of anniversary, their anniversary celebration, they talked about having a kid because, you know, Vanessa was actually pregnant. You know, they were talking about baby names and how they weren't going to name the baby Todd, how they weren't. And it was just so hilarious to see that as well. And it was cool to see that, you know. And then that's when he went into the montage of just killing his old self. You know, it was really cool to see that. Yeah, that's all I really got for you guys. But this is your boy Shaper Speaks. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I apologize for like the little stuttering, but the movie was just all over the place. I had to get you guys with something. This is your boy Speaks. If you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel for more content. I love you guys. God bless.